They chillin' in Alaska, swimming in Atlanta, vultures out in B-More, they Carolina, they wildin' in Chicago, howlin' down in Big D, Mile High in Denver, that Tallahassee pride is deep, they lunchin' in Vancouver, Desperado shootin', the renegades on the loose, the hyenas lootin', gold out in QC, who higher than them sparrows, the furies swooping in divine order for the pharaohs, Indy on the rise, the sharks about to mash, gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the rockets. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. Yeah. Third down is going down. Round and pound, oh, we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat, if I catch it, then I'm out. Fourth and inches, what it takes. YOLO, just no pump fake. So tighten up and hit the power high. The audible to draw them off sides.
Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to be cut from behind, he will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party.
Yola shakes it. Oh my goodness, and Yola gets away. Jay Yola on the first play. Tallahassee is going to score again. Left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown. Oh my word.
Tonight, rivalry night for Week 5 emanates from the Mile High City. A Western Conference showdown between the Las Vegas Fury and the Denver Nightwings. Las Vegas 1-3, losing a heartbreaker last week to the Swarm, while Denver is riding high after dismantling the OKC Renegades in the Renegades' house. Las Vegas looking to bounce back, Denver looking to keep it going. Who's it gonna be on this episode of Vice Wars? It's the Fury, it's the Nightwings, and it starts with the SFL on Twitch, presented by APM Music, and it starts right now. Welcome into the Mile High City. Denver, Colorado is the site. The elevation's high and the expectation for action even higher as we get into rivalry night on Twitch. In the broadcast booth, I am Chris Curtis. That is Ramos Lynn, SFL champion from season number 9. Ramos, a couple of good teams as long as they're on top of their game, which they should be here.
That is correct. This is an all-pro party, and this is a Vice Wars party as well. The very first meeting between these two teams, the Las Vegas Fury and the Denver Nightwings, of course, two expansion teams here in the Western Conference, and it shapes to be a very good one.
should indeed be a very good one, as these two teams, you mentioned, they're expansion teams. They are learning the ropes in the SFL, and they have expectations, even being as young as they are. Should be a pretty good one, as the coin toss is on your screen right at the moment. Get the game volume turned up a little bit here, because I do notice it's a little bit quiet. I think what we'll do is do this as well. So hopefully don't drown out Ramos in the process, but we are just about to get underway in Denver. And I believe we're going to have a little bit of the albino cam down in the lower right-hand corner. Able to pop that in is at the request of some of the other broadcast partners. We are just about to get underway. Denver will receive the football first, as the Fury are going to kick it away, so we'll get to see Josh Miller in form. To start things off, kick is on the way, and it is going to be caught at about the 8-yard line in return. The 20 to the 30. Good running room on the right side. Got some room to run. Breaks another tackle and gets to the 43. And that is a really, really good start in field position for the Nightwings as they start things off at the 43-yard line.
And that's how you start a ball game with B.J. Armstrong here in the kick return. You know, when you can get a good kick return and you can set up your offense a good field position, that obviously increases the chances for you to score on your first drive.
B.J. Armstrong, the return man for the Denver Nightwings. Josh Miller under center. Jared McChesney is behind him, the running back in the offset eye. First play from scrimmage. Southpaw going to fire it behind the receiver, and that is going to be a first down for Jared McChesney. He gets first crack at the football. Real quick, Ramos, we're going to talk about the offense for Denver. Josh Miller and Jared McChesney we've seen. We have Ken Maccaro, Giacomo Jones, and Logan Keel, the wide receiving tandem for this Nightwing squad. That's it for the offensive stars. Decent wide receivers out there. Giacomo Jones, a veteran.
Yeah, Giacomo Jones had a great season last season, and you know we have the veterans here. Logan Keel, for example, played with San Antonio. Obviously, San Antonio turned into the Denver Nightwings for this season.
So we get into it. Split back formation for the Nightwings. And, Miller's going to go down. He's going to get taken down by the defensive line for Vegas as they line up and take a first down and make it very difficult for the Nightwings.
Yeah, and they had just no time to throw the football right there. It was just right there in just a second and a half for Mike Fats Johnson, who last season played with Tallahassee and got double-digit sacks.
Yeah, Fatsy earned the nickname while in Tallahassee. Miller to throw on second down. It's a good throw out to McChesney. He has some room to run on the right-hand side, and he will split the difference, make it a 3rd and 6 after the 2nd and 12, and they'll have to get it a little bit farther up to get the first.
Yeah, and that's a nice little play right there, Curtis, because obviously you want to make it a short 3rd down and just give your offense a chance to, you know, spread a little bit the playbook. Now you can probably toss it short and hope your receiver's going to get the first down.
Got plenty of playbook in front of you. Talking about Las Vegas defense here in just a second. If we get time on the next play, Miller's in the gun. Lefty looks to throw. Throws for the first down, and Morgan is at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and that is a Denver touchdown. It's Giacomo Jones, as mentioned, and Denver strikes first.
That is just a beautiful play call right there, Curtis, to put the ball in the paint. They just run like a cross route, and Giacomo Jones goes deep in a deep corner route and gets in the end zone. As we take a look at the replay, beautiful pocket right there. You know, the quarterback had all day to throw, and the wide receiver was wide open. And, you know, when B.J. Armstrong returned that kick, you know, that really puts your offense in a good position to get points in the first possession.
Well, that's a really, really good start for Denver. Exactly what they needed. And now the Denver Nightwings kicker going to put up the extra point. Vegas going to be down a touchdown early. We'll see how they can react as the Nightwings finish off this particular drive. Snap low. Hold is good. It's blocked. Extra point is blocked, and it remains a 6-0 lead for Denver. You almost saw that one coming pretty quick as they got through the line fairly easily.
Yeah, they did, and you know the holder just took a lot of time to put that ball in, and this is the second time we see today, Curtis, here in the SFL, an extra point blocked. And when you have a game like this, you know, Vice Wars, this could be really costly towards the end of the game.
Yeah, these two teams, the only two cities, the only two states in the SFL with legal recreational use of marijuana. That's where the Vice Wars originated from. As Mac Jackson actually gave me the info on that. He's on the return for Vegas. going in. Vegas out on to the field. Let's talk a little bit about their offense real quick. Thomas Rahman, Robert Redford, your quarterback, halfback tandem. Brett Funk and John Blades, the wide receiving tandem. Only 2-star wide receivers. Everything else on their stars is defensive. So it should be fun to see what they can do, as this will be a handoff to Redford. Early, big! Oh, what a shoulder tackle. And there is a flag on the play, but that is a huge broken tackle for Robert Redford.
It is. I this is going to be an offside, so Las Vegas will accept this penalty here, but man.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And BJ Armstrong does have a point. Cali is indeed legal as well. So that this is vice wars between these two teams. The name,
right?
It kind of goes a little by the wayside there. I wasn't able to get that kind of info from Max Jackson, but that's the info I got. That's the info I'm going to use for the moment. As Rahman, you take a look at him. As we take a look at the Nightwings defense real quick, the cornerbacks are going to be Osiris Pelican, BJ Armstrong, and the free safety and strong safety AJ Sean and Nicholas Warner in the secondary. Handoff to Redford. He's going to have some more room to run, and he'll get to the 46-yard line. And just a reminder for those of you looking at the scoreboard, the Nightwings lead 6-0, not 7-0. We'll get to wake up the guy in the truck here in just a second, but it is 6-0 after the blocked extra point.
And so far, really good blocking up front by the Vegas Fury in this couple plays, Curtis. Obviously, we will take a look at them towards this game.
In the gun. 3 wide receivers, top of the screen. That's a throw over the middle and a good little grab at the 40-yard line to the 39 inside of Nightwings territory. And the Fury are moving the ball. Thomas Rahman, 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's Robert Redford going down the field to catch a ball. Normally, he catches the ball in the flats, going out of the backfield, but now he runs down the field and makes a beautiful grab right there in between 3 different defenders, and another big first down for Vegas.
Good start for Rahman. He's on point early, 27 for 35 last week, had a touchdown and no interceptions in the win over OKC. Touchdowns were coming from everywhere else, basically, on the field. 3 in the backfield for Rahman. Looks to throw, get it outside to Redford. He's going to have to break a tackle. He cannot, and they don't gain a thing. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really, the first time any one of these two teams, other than the sack by Fats Johnson, able to stop the opposing offense at the line of scrimmage or behind. We've seen 2 very high-powered offenses so far in this first quarter.
Under center. Split back to this one for Redford again. He's going to try to burn the edge, and he can't do it. He's going to get taken down Denver's defensive line. He gets there just in the nick of time. The linebacking core gets up to make a stop.
Yeah, big stop right there by the defense of Denver. Just, forcing this 3rd and long, and hopefully for them can get a punt and get the ball back with the lead.
On the defensive line, Bailey Baca, Matthew Jake, and Pepper Rahman Jr., the defensive tackle, defensive end, and linebackers for the Nightwings. Rahman to throw. Throws short, has a catch. That's a short one, but it'll get to about the 33 or 34-yard line. 32 is where they're going to mark it as Brett Funk makes his first catch.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit maybe too long for a field goal. Well, it seems like a 50-yarder, which I think is doable. Let's see if he can make it. Here's Denver. You're like 10 billion feet above sea level, so the ball flies a little bit more. So let's see if he can make it.
Now it's 49-yarder officially. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through with plenty of leg behind it. They'll call it 48 yards. And that is the benefit of having a star kicker on your roster. Matt Rage shows us why he deserves it.
Yeah, beautiful kick right there. And, it's very important when you have the good special teams and you can put those points on the board. Those 3 points, that extra point, for example, that Denver missed. It's a little bit of points that, accumulate by the end of the game and really can cost you.
Yep.
Or can win you the game.
The guy in the truck woke up. Look at that. The scoreboard's fixed 6-3 in favor of the Nightwings, as Denver will get the ball and possibly can make it a 2-score game. As it'll be BJ Armstrong starting at the 20, the 30. There's a flag on the play. It might be a block in the back if I saw that correctly. We'll see what Stripes has to say about it as Denver starts up this drive.
Yeah, of course, a clip.
Oh, okay. No, and it will indeed be a clip, and it will be against Denver. So that is going to be putting them a little bit further behind them where they want to be. Not where they want to start the drive, but they have the power to get through this. No doubt about that. We'll see what Josh Miller has for us.
Yeah, now instead of having really good field position, like last time, they got to fit the ball at like at the 45-yard line or so. Now they get the ball at their own 14. So let's see if Vegas right now with this opportunity can force a 3-and-out, for example, and get the ball in good field position on their own.
If you guys, I did not see that audio need for Ramos. I did adjust him on my side as well. If it's too quiet, let me know. That's a run up the middle for McChesney. And that is a couple of yard gain at least. Should be a 2nd and 4 coming up for Jared.
Yeah, and Jared McChesney, a really good running back here, a rookie, drafted in the first round of this last SFL draft. And I think that Denver needs to give the ball to him a little bit more. It seems that they do not involve Jared McChesney enough, at least in my opinion. I think they need to give the ball a little bit more to him.
In the gun is Josh Miller. As his running back, Robert Redford, I'm sorry, not Robert Redford, that's McChesney with him. Throw, left side, deep, caught at the 44-yard line. What a grab for Giacomo Jones. He is on fire early in this game.
That's a beautiful throw. That's all the quarterback. That's a great catch, but that's a beautiful throw by the lefty. Puts the ball just where Giacomo Jones can catch the ball. Anthony Wyatt with the tackle. But he was not right there in time, and there's no defense for a perfect pass, Curtis, and that was a perfect throw.
Yeah, very, very good so far. Giacomo has been already has a touchdown grab in this game. 1st and 10 for Josh Miller. Free play, looks to throw over the middle, caught, and that is a good-looking grab, a 9-yard gain, and that will probably negate the penalty. We'll see if that indeed becomes a thing as the tight end makes the grab.
Yeah, you have to decline.
Yep. So it should be a 2nd and 1 upcoming. Nightwings will decline. It's the tight end Blanchek with the catch, and it drops the yardage to a 1-yard need, and they are moving the ball inside of Las Vegas territory.
Yeah, I see now in the chat, Ron Cochran, nice throw, and real recognizes real. You feel me? Probably Ron Cochran, the best quarterback in the SFL this season. Just giving props to the Denver quarterback.
That's good stuff. That's very, very good stuff. And Denver very familiar with Ron Cochran. I believe he played with them a couple weeks ago. This will be a run through the middle again for McChesney. He has a few more and a 1st down, and they are threatening again. Las Vegas' defense needs to stop.
Yeah, it's both offensive lines, with the exception of the Fats Johnson's sack, doing a terrific job blocking. Run blocking, and pass blocking, they have been tremendous. Both teams, both offenses looking very sharp this game.
6-3 if you guys just joining us on Vice Wars. It's rivalry night in the SFL. Chris Curtis, Ramos Lynn with you. Low-scoring game early. Handoff. And another one from McChesney, but he's going to run into the tackler and can't do anything with it. It'll be a 2nd and 10. As they're at the 36 of Las Vegas.
Yeah, for the first time we see the Vegas defense, against the run, really crashing and stopping Jared McChesney. And right there, Frank Slade, the defensive end, at 6'4", 281 pounds, stuffing the run.
Offset eye for Denver. 7 in the box defensively. Miller to throw short over the middle against his body, and that'll be a short grab. A 3-yard completion, 3rd and 7, as Logan Keel makes his first catch. Yeah,
with the first catch, Logan Keel making a 3rd and 7. And, when you look at the Denver roster, Curtis, they do not have a star kicker, I don't think. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything here. So, again, this is not field goal range still, I don't think.
That's going to be Miller throwing deep, and it is tipped and incomplete. Should have been brought down. And that is one that Miller wants back. Ken McCarro can't make that play.
That's a tremendous play by the 31st pick in this previous draft right there, Curtis, because now instead of having this as an interception, I don't think you can kick the field goal right here. I'm not sure if you can kick a 51-yard, even though this is Denver, they will punt. But now you can just pin them deep and play some defense.
Yep, 51-yarder not going to be attempted as they will try to pin the Fury down inside of their own 10-yard line. But Thomas Rahman back within the shadow of his own end zone, nearly blocked. And that is going to the right. It'll bounce at the 10, towards the 3, to the 2, to the 1. It'll stop on the 1-yard line.
Wow.
And that is perfect. Perfectly done by the Denver special teams unit. And the Fury will be looking back at their own end zone.
Wow, that was perfectly executed. We've seen today, Curtis, a lot of exciting special teams plays. You know, we've seen the kick returns, we've seen the block field goal, the block extra point, we've seen the great punts here. You know, Cole Varner kicking a 51-yarder.
Yeah, and this will be a run for Redford as he gets out of the shadow of his own end zone to the 14. They'll say the 13. It'll be a 1st and 10 either way, and the Fury are moving.
Wow, that's a beautiful, and that's a really gutsy playbook right there, Curtis. You see the power O play. The right guard pulls to the left. I think that was number 64, if I was able to catch the number correctly. That is Emilian DeFalco, the guard, just blocking, and thanks to that, this was not a safety because the Denver defense was right there.
Split backs for Thomas Rahman. Under center handoff, looking for some help through the middle, and Redford's going to get lit up after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and... a 4-yard gain is what they'll say, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and this Vegas team loves to run the football. Robert Redford last season played with Sioux Falls, and he was truly one of the most difficult to bring down backs in the SFL. Now comes here to Vegas, and he is the workhorse of this ball club.
7 in the box. They're going to send the house, and they're going to try to take down Redford, and they will succeed. Big tackle, make it 3rd and 6. And that is Phillips, the linebacker, getting in. That
was a great call right there by Denver. They just sent everybody in, and they knew that Robert Redford was going to get the ball to the inside, and they were able to stop him.
Denver's crowd getting loud as they try to will their defense to a stop here in the first quarter, getting to the tail end of it. Rahman has the football in the gun. 3 at the bottom of your screen. Pump fake thrown over the middle, and it's going to be a completed pass. Oh, what a play, wow. And a gutsy throw. Robert Redford through the middle made the catch.
That was an unbelievable throw by Mr. Noodles, and a great catch.
Mr. Noodles, I hadn't heard that yet, sorry.
Mr. Noodles, and a great catch by Robert Redford right there. You don't see running backs here in the SFL very often, unless you are the fullback for Alaska, of course. Just run down the field and get catches.
That's going to be near tipped ball, but it is caught indeed. Brett Funk, his second catch, has it for a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7.
But, you know, we see a Vegas team that is right now controlling this pace, controlling this ball game. This started very quickly, you know, with a great kick return and a big throw and everything. Now Vegas trying to just lower the pace here in the ball game, running the ball, getting some first downs, quick throws. Let's see if Redford gets the ball here again.
Yeah, it can be argued that a slower pace does benefit the Fury. We'll see what Mr. Noodles has for us on 2nd down. There'll be a throw to the right. Get Redford the ball again. He gets closer to the first down marker, but it's 3rd and 3, and this becomes the biggest 3rd down we've seen so far.
And this is what a great running back like Robert Redford can give you, Curtis. It's just the ability of running inside of the tackles, outside of the tackles. You put him on the outside and just throw. You can throw him down the field, to the flats, everything. He can do everything.
Rahman to throw. Wings it deep. That is a caught ball. How did he catch that? Brett Funk in double coverage in a funky sandwich is going to make that catch and move the chains.
Now, this is what you expect from your number 1 overall pick. You know, this is a number 1 overall pick throw. This is a future Pro Bowler throw. That's perfect. On time, between the 2 defenders, and a big first down for Vegas, who are looking very good this drive. This started at their own .001 yard line, Curtis.
Yeah, this is a nuts drive from them right now. 14 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see probably the last play before the quarter ends. It'll be a run to the right, and Redford's lit up like a Christmas tree. That is not going to look good for him. Nightwing secondary gets to him and knocks him down. And that is going to do it for the first quarter of play. 6-3 Denver over the Fury. This is Rivalry Night. It's the Vice Wars on the SFL on Twitch, presented by APM Music. We'll be right back.
APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Show Business Studios can take your dream and make it reality. Any show, anytime, any place. Show Business Studios is limited only by your imagination. Find us at showbusinessstudios.com.
Rivalry Night on Twitch is presented by APM Music, Show Business Studios, Media Tech Institute, Richards Printworks, ScoreStream, and SpyGoat. As you get a look there at the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, the site of Rivalry Night. Huge thank you to everybody in the Denver community for embracing the SFL. And that's going to be a free play on the first play of the second quarter, and that is going to be a first down regardless, as Vegas will move right to left on your screen. They will get a new set of downs thanks to Osiris Pelican.
That's a tough break.
Actually, it was not Osiris. It was one of the defensive linemen who made that jump, and that's unfortunate for Denver, who are already having a hard enough time stopping this Vegas offense on this drive, and they shoot themselves in the foot yet again.
I should make an all-time name team, Curtis. Bandit Bandito. That's the defensive lineman who jumped and gave Vegas a new set of downs.
I formation for Redford, has some room to run. Going to try to break a tackle. Couldn't quite get the shoulder charge in. It'll be a 6-yard gain for Redford, and it'll be a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, Vegas just running the ball left, right, and a quick shout out to X the Brown Knight X subscription with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, sir.
Hey, appreciate that. Twitch Prime, you can give a free sub to the SFL if you choose to, if you have Twitch Prime. Redford run through the right side off tackle, and he has a first down to the 17-yard line. They are moving inside Denver territory and are knocking on the door.
I'm not taking count of the plays in this drive, Curtis, but it seems that it's been a good 12, 13 plays, and just Vegas just running the ball with Redford down the field at will. You know, again, this started like at the .0001 yard line, and now they are in the red zone.
Good stuff from them so far. Another handoff to Redford. Has some room to the left side. Breaks through one tackle at the shoelaces and gets taken down after a 7-yard gain. They'll say 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And Robert Redford just, last season with Sioux Falls, he was a running back that just ran over people last season, and now looking a little bit quicker than last season probably, a little bit shifter and faster on his cuts.
Rahman to throw, gets taken down at the 20-yard line, and that's a big coup for that 77. Bandito, after giving up the penalty, goes ahead and gets a sack on the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's not a good play right there by the tackle, number 75 for Vegas here, trying to get a name, but that's not a very good play by him. And I think that if you're Thomas Rahman, you have to step up in that pocket and just try to make a play. But that offensive lineman, Ben Richards, not looking very good.
Redford is the deep back 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom of your screen, 4 on the defensive line for Denver. Vegas, chance to score on this drive after the sack thrown. Oh, it's picked off, and he's got some room to run. He gets taken down at the shoelaces, and Denver gets the ball right back. That is a huge interception for the Denver secondary. It's Devin Porter, the quarterback, taking the ball away.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, was that number, is that 17 for Vegas? That's incredible hustle right there by the wide receiver Marin Cobretti, because those type of plays, those type of interceptions carries normally are for 6 points. So good stuff by him, just tackling the defender before he went to the house.
Got to get that to happen. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom as Josh Miller's back out on the field. McChesney gets the ball, and he's removed immediately. Mike Joxton, another tackle, this one for a loss. And that is a nice job by Fats to get in there and interrupt the run.
Yeah, Fats, he was one of the 3 first players here in Vegas to start this franchise. He came with Robert Redford, I'm pretty sure, at the beginning of free agency to build this front 7 of the Vegas Fury.
6 in the box for Vegas. Handoff from Miller to McChesney again. McChesney tries a spin move, and he tries to put Vegas in the spin cycle. That did not work. He is sent to the turf.
Yeah, I probably had a little bit of room in the outside, but tried to make a move Reinhardt, and it didn't work right there. But now in a 3rd and short, let's see if Vegas, because this will be a tremendous stop for Vegas if they can stop him and get the ball back.
Yeah, good field position, possibly turning 2. Miller's in the gun with 2. Quick drop back, looks to throw, throws to the right side. That's caught, and that is a good one for Logan Keel. He has a first down for Denver. No, I'm sorry, not Logan Keel. That's McChesney again who has it, and that's a first down for the Nightwings.
Yeah, good stuff happens when you put your running back, your star running back, in the open field. Right there, a beautiful play call, the perfect play call to get the first down.
Giacomo Jones lined up at the top of your screen. That's Logan Keel at the very bottom. McChesney is in the backfield. 6 in the box for Vegas on this first down. Miller to throw. Throw short, tipped, and incomplete. That was a dangerous throw, and the linebacker nearly brought it back with him.
Now had pick 6 potential as well, and Josh Miller is a great quarterback. He played last season. He started last season with San Antonio Vaqueros towards the end of that campaign. And I was there commentating the game. I think he was with Eric Vincent, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. And he had a tremendous debut, and since then it's been good stuff for him.
Defensive line moving to the right for Vegas. 3 at the bottom of your screen. Chance for Miller over the middle. That's caught! And a leaping grab by the wide receiver. Number 10, that is Ken Macaro. His first catch of the ball game, and that is a huge, huge throw from Miller.
That is a great snag by Ken Macaro right there, just leaping and making the catch whilst getting hit. Big first down for Denver, who it seems that the wind is going from left to right in this game, Curtis, so probably with about 15 more yards, maybe 13 more yards, you can be in field goal range and put you up by 6 points.
Under center. Handoff. Oh, and another spin move attempt from McChesney. This one's not going anywhere. A stop on the defensive line by Scott, the defensive tackle, and that is a 2nd and 10.
And Vegas had that diagnosed all the way. Everybody in the defensive line shifted towards the right side of their perspective and just stuffing behind the line of scrimmage.
Hand off again. McChesney has some room to run this time. Has a pocket. He's going to get a first down and a few more. Down to the 31-yard line is where they'll mark him. It's a new set of downs, and they're in Las Vegas territory. They're in field goal range, albeit a long one at this point.
Yeah, they are, and the offensive line doing a terrific job, as well as the wide receiver. Just blocking down the field and making the gap. I think it was the guard, if I saw the number correctly, number 64, Luke Jackmans, with the lead block.
Under center. Miller looks to throw. The southpaw throws to the left. It's a high throw, but brought down. Should be a 5-yard completion. The Nightwings are continuing to move that ball. This one for Giacomo Jones, his 3rd catch.
Yeah, Giacomo Jones, receiver who normally you put into run deep routes, so you see the respect of this Vegas Fury defense. They give him a lot of cushion. They're giving him a lot of cushion. Not right now, but they were giving him to him. Expecting probably the deep throw.
Miller to throw. Throws to the outside. Has a catch for McChesney, closing in on the first down. Still 2 yards short with 4.5 left in the first half of play. Denver has a chance to put this to a 2-possession game.
I like that play design, Curtis, because it seems that all the wide receivers left trying to pull the defensive backs, and Jerry McChesney was isolated to the right. But a great job by Vegas reacting to it.
Handoff. Oh, what a tackle attempt, but it's broken down. McChesney gets close, but does not get the first down. It's a Vegas stop before he gets it, and that is going to put them in field goal range at least. Merrick-Atera comes up and makes the stop.
And decision time here for Denver. They have the offense on the field. Let's see if they go for it. In offsides, so let's see if Vegas jumps here and get the first down. Denver does.
They may try to do just that. Offset I formation right now. Still 12 seconds on the play clock. Still have all 3 timeouts at the moment. They may try to use one here. Doesn't look like Vegas is going to move. And indeed, they will call a timeout. Bring out the special teams unit. They have a chance to at least get 3 points out of this drive and make it a 9-3 lead as long as this goes through.
And we've seen already a blocked extra point against Denver today. So, it's not a guarantee. I mean, this is a short field goal, but this is not a guarantee. Let's see if the holder can make a better job.
Looking at a 39-yard attempt for the Denver kicker. Certainly not out of range. Ball's on the left hash. We are in Denver, so you get a little more distance on these kind of kicks. That is a good snap, good hold. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through 39 yards on the button. And that is going to put the Nightwings up 6 points. Give the Fury back the ball. The Nightwings got the ball at the start of the first half. So the Fury looking to probably just kill time as they'll get the ball at the start of the second.
Yeah, this is big points. Here obviously with the block extra point, I cannot emphasize enough how big it can be. In a tight game like this, instead of being 10-3, you're 9-3, and against a team in Vegas who can just score at any point on the field with Robert Redford, this is not a safe lead, obviously.
Max Jackson back to the 30-yard line. Had a kickoff return for a touchdown last week. Nothing doing at this particular juncture. And Vegas will come back out on the field. 3:27 left in the first half of play as you play from Denver, Colorado. Should be not quite ready for the 2-minute offenses, Vegas, I think. They could probably get a couple of plays before they have to go no huddle, no?
Yep.
See what the Fury have for us. Looks to throw to the left, caught, and out of bounds goes the receiver. That's a good one for the Fury, and it's a first and nearly a first down. It's Blades who gets him close.
And a quick shout out again, Crash Combs, subscription with the Tier 1 sub. Thank you very much for Crash Combs. Defensive back, ex-defensive back, now wide receiver of the Dallas Lobos.
3 in the backfield on a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw to the outside has Robert Redford. He's going to break through a tackle and get out of bounds. What a stiff arm bringing down the defender, and that is going to be a 3rd and 3 upcoming.
We've seen more and more of this type of running back. It started with Ray Bentley, but now we've seen the Yaya and Yolas, and we've seen the Robert Redfords right now who like to plow over the defensive players. We back in the day was more of the spin cycle, but now we've seen a lot of powerful backs.
Handoff, Redford through the middle, gets forward and has the first down. That'll keep the clock moving a bit as the Fury have all 3 timeouts at this point. Still 2:43 to go in the first half as they don't quite have the sense of urgency just yet.
Yeah, I think it's okay, right now for them. It's not a big need because you're in relatively good field position. So you can take a little bit of your time. You still have 3 timeouts.
And that's a free play. Going to the outside has Redford there. Another stiff arm, and he's going to get a yard out of it. Not that it's going to matter at this juncture as they're going to get 5 yards from it, but another big-time stiff arm.
Number 50. Well, sorry. Number 55 right there, the outside linebacker, Deontay Phillips, just took a stiff arm for no reason. because this was a decline except penalty.
So all he needs to say is, you know what, it was a decline penalty. It didn't happen, right?
Yeah, it didn't happen. No, I'm okay.
2-minute warning on your screen. It's a 9-3 game in Denver. Nightwings over the Fury. This is Rivalry Night on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Back to it. Las Vegas trying to move the ball inside of 2 minutes left. 3 in the backfield, handoff to Redford, has a block and has a first down and one more. It'll be a 1st and 10 as they get into Denver territory to the 47-yard line.
Great job by Robert Redford right there, just staying patient and going to the inside. He could have gone to the outside, but probably the defender would have tackled him. So he was patient enough to go to the inside and pick up the first down.
Split backs for Thomas Rahman. Defensive line moving to the left, as is the linebacking group. Handoff. Redford has a block and will punch forward for a couple of yards, 4 to be exact. And Redford averaging just under 5 yards a carry. He's been effective with and without the ball.
Yeah, he has. You know, we've seen him going down the field to catch some passes. We've seen it in the flats. And, you know, this is a guy who, you can put him anywhere on the field and he can make plays.
3 in the backfield again. Another handoff for Redford. Breaks through a tackle, has some room to run. Needs another broken tackle. He can't do it. And the no-huddle then starts. 1st and 10. They're inside of a minute to go in the first half with 50 seconds left. And it's going to be a ball for Robert Redford again. He would taken down. And they'll try to keep moving it. Thomas Rahman lining up quickly, trying to get his boys in position. 3 in the backfield. Has a chance here to the outside. Redford has the ball in his hands again. This time he cannot break that tackle, and Las Vegas will finally, mercifully on my throat, call a timeout.
Yeah, and they're in field goal range right now with 3rd down to go. And if I'm Vegas, I've not seen a lot of throws short, probably to the tight end or to the slot receiver. So we might see a throw here from Vegas. Curtis just trying to get the first down.
Vegas still has 2 timeouts. They could probably throw this, and even if it's caught, call an immediate timeout. Throw to the left. It's tipped and nearly intercepted. There were 2 different Nightwings that had a shot at that, and they could not bring it in. That is a huge mistake from the secondary.
It is, and almost pick 6 city again in favor of Denver, and you know probably that's why Las Vegas doesn't throw the ball that much. It's really difficult. I mean, you have B.J. Armstrong, you have Osiris Pelican, you have all those guys who are just tremendous defensive backs. And now let's see if Vegas can put another field goal.
45-yarder for Matt Rage. He hit from Matt Rage, I should say. He hit from 49 earlier. This kick is up and on the way, and it is through for 44 officially. And the Fury are going to bring it to a 9-6 ball game as Matt Rage hits the star kick field goal for Las Vegas.
This is what happened last week for Vegas when they were playing Alaska. You know, they had a very close first half, and then in the second half, you know, the offense started to play better. You know, after one half, I think they had only like 9 points offensively. They ended up losing that 9, but, you know, the offense looked better in the second half. So let's see if it's the same story for the visiting team.
And don't count out B.J. Armstrong here. He's going to get the football at the 8-yard line to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. And that is going to be where the Nightwings are going to start this drive off. Josh Miller with 21 seconds to go. Does not have a ton of time to work with. See if he can make something happen here with limited time to go.
Vegas obviously has the star kicker, Matt Rage, which in games like this, you know, with a lot of field goals, proven to be really, really important. He was an undrafted player and proven his worth.
Handoff. McChesney will not get very far. Bring down the time to 16, now 15 seconds left. That may be the last play we see before the end of the first half. We'll see how fast they line up. 7-6, and it looks like that will, unless they can get something off real quick like. Nope, that's going to do it. So halftime is upon us as we play in Denver. 9-6 Nightwings are over the Fury at the moment. We'll see what happens at the start of the second half. Ramos, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, as we've seen, obviously, two teams that have thrown the short, that have obviously run the ball a lot. As we see at the stats here, passing yards, Vegas with only 83. Denver has 131, but a lot of them came in that Giacomo Jones throw. So in the first drive, so we've seen a team that has a couple of offenses that have ran the ball a little bit more, try to play a little bit conservative, and probably in the second half they would just put the ball down the field a little bit more, and probably we've seen a little bit more sacks as well. Vance Johnson has that one sack, but he has been relatively quiet, so we might see that going on for the second half rather.
Second half is on the way after a short little break from Denver. This is Vice Wars on Rivalry Night on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Stay with us. And we are ready to go again. Third quarter on your screen as Ramos Lynn and Chris Curtis are back with you. 9-6 Denver as we start up the third quarter. The Fury are going to get the ball back as they will try to come back from this deficit. Max Jackson with the football at the 8-yard line. Get it up to the 25 to the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 30-yard line indeed. Ramos, we talked about it a little bit at the break. Denver and their penalties. They have really shot themselves in the foot on a couple of different occasions.
Yeah, they really have. Obviously, they had a few offsides penalties right here and there. They have the one clipping penalty, return the kickoff. So it's been a little bit of indiscipline by Denver, but they have the lead. So let's see if they can play more this game.
They can. They may be able to put this Fury team away. That's a Redford run through the middle. 2-yard gain. On the other side, Vegas really hasn't been able to get anything going if Robert Redford is not involved. They have to get this wide receiving core involved and get Thomas Rahman to throw the ball more than 5 yards through.
Definitely. We've seen Thomas Rahman that he's had a couple plays here and there, has a little bit gun shy. Probably the playbook has been like that, but throwing the ball, just dumping.
Yep, he's just dumping it off, and another one there to Robert Redford. He's going to lose one of the yards he gained on the play before, and it will be 3rd and 9 and put themselves in a 3rd and long on the first drive out of the first half.
Yeah, and again, this Denver defense, has played pretty well. I mean, only 6 points allowed, but it's been those penalties.
Thrown and caught. No, it's actually a dropped pass. That is going to be right in the hands of John Blades, but he can't bring it in. And that's going to be an easy 3-and-out. Teddy Farmer, the backup free safety, gets in and makes the stop. Got to hang on to that.
Make stops. It is just of a huge help.
4th down. Denver going to get the ball back after being up 3 at the end of the first half. This will be McRack, the star punter for Vegas. This should be a long, booming punt, I would imagine, especially in this elevation. And that kick is going to be up and away from the 20-yard line. It's going to get all the way back to the 30. And that's a good return coming from B.J. Armstrong, but not much more than a couple of yards. Does get to the 35. That is where Josh Miller and company will start their first drive of the second half out. They do well to get some points and try to bury the Fury before this gets into the late game situation. I think we may have lost Ramos here. I know he's talking, but nobody can hear him, so that's good. Miller to the outside. That is going to be a throw to McChesney. He's going to get taken down at the sideline. Going to try to bring Ramos back in here in just a moment.
Hopefully y'all can hear me right now.
We got
Sorry.
it. We got you. Yep, we're good.
Yeah. My apologies. It was my mistake. But right here on this play, a great throw right there by the a great play. Sorry, by Denver on the outside, getting the first down, and hopefully for them, this lights up the spark, and they can put the ball down the field. I mean, they have good field position, so it's this Vegas defense who has really stifled when the time comes up.
I formation. McChesney is in the backfield, 6 in the box for the Fury. Thrown to the right, caught. That's going to be to the outside, and a good-looking catch. A few yards back, it'll be a 2nd and 2 after a catch from the wide receiver. And that is a good one for Logan Keel, his 2nd catch.
Yeah, Logan Keel last season, towards the end of the season for San Antonio, when he was playing with San Antonio, he was the deep threat receiver. A lot of big catches.
McChesney's going to have a first down. Keel's been around the league a bit. He's made an impact basically everywhere he's gone. He's fun to look at as McChesney moves the chains.
Yeah, it's important here for Denver to just put in an offense. Vegas put in on offense on their own in the last in the first half. Sorry, when they started, pin deep, and they just drag the Denver defense all the way. So now Denver needs that type of offense to give their defense a breather.
3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, thrown short. Miller does complete the pass to Logan Keel again. 2nd catch of this drive. It's a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
And again, for Logan Keel, he's a receiver who I really like his route running. He's a guy who, when he catches the ball, it's tough to stop. It's tough to chase down. Really, really quick, really fast. A very good route runner.
McChesney through the middle, gets through the cluster at the line of scrimmage and has a first down, and they are in field goal range down to the 31-yard line. Denver moving the ball, and they're knocking on the door again.
Not sure how McChesney got out of that huge mess. He it looked like a 2-yard loss, but he made it like a first down. And then this is what you expect from a running back who you pick in the first round.
In the gun is Miller. Looking for a little bit of Miller time. Could possibly go Giacomo Jones here. And to the right he goes, and that is tipped and incomplete. Was again looking for Keel. They could not find him as the defensive end Gibbons goes all the way out to the sideline to make that play.
Yeah, it's that was a very dangerous throw right there on the outside. Could have been a pick six again. We've seen several times where the defense could take advantage of the situation and get pick sixes, but the quarterbacks have been lucky in that regard.
Offset eye. Handoff. McChesney tries to burn the edge, has the edge, gets by the blocker, but Las Vegas is going to swarm on him and bring him down only after a couple of yard gain. They'll say 4. And McChesney's racking up the yardage a bit. Him and Redford have been carrying the loads for for their respective teams.
Yeah, they really haven't. Right now, Jared McChesney a little bit gassed on that one play. He looked a little bit slow, so let's see if the backup will be in fairly quickly, and let's see if Josh Miller decides to throw this football here on 3rd down.
Handoff. Nope, he will not throw it. He'll hand off again to McChesney, and he has a first down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And they're inside the red zone for I believe the second time this evening. McChesney, good run for him right through the middle.
Well, Jared McChesney shutting me up, like completely shutting me up because, I was like, yeah, he's gassed, he's tired, put him on the sideline, and nope.
Have it. There's no way. Get him off the field. And he does that.
Mm-mm. Yeah. It happens.
Split backs formation for Miller. 6 in the box for the Fury. This will be a handoff again to McChesney. This time he gets taken down behind the line. 2nd and 11 as he loses one.
And this is what has happened in this game. The Vegas Fury here in the red zone has been outstanding. Last time they got in, Denver did. I think it was when they got the field goal. So, this Vegas defense here in the last 20 yards have been outstanding.
Handoff. McChesney can't break through the tackle. He will get that yard back, make it a 3rd and 10. They are in chip shot range if Scott makes the tackle, but they would really like to keep this drive going and possibly get their 2nd touchdown of the game. See what they can do. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom for Miller. He'll throw on 3rd down, 3rd and 10, running throw. It's tipped and incomplete. That was a dangerous ball, and Irvine nearly brought it in. And this time I think we actually did lose Ramos. Okay, yep, I believe we did. So we're going to go ahead and get him back in here. And let's do that real quick. There we go. Ramos, you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. And that ball is good for Denver. The kicker is right through the uprights there from a chip shot, and it's 12-6 Denver.
Yeah, we've seen a game where both defenses have really played well in the red zone when the time comes up, and the only touchdown we've seen was on the opening drive, Curtis. It was that big throw to Giacomo Jones.
Yep. Since
then, it's been 4 field goals for these two teams combined, and it's basically the team who can score the first touchdown again. I'm guessing the second touchdown of this ball game can win.
And that is going to be to the 31-yard line as Jackson will bring it back. Chance for Rahman to get back out on the field. The Fury need to actually open up the playbook to this man because he has been really handcuffed by the play selection of the coaching staff at the moment. They're not letting him go outside of 5 yards. And if he does, then it's to Robert Redford and no one else. So they really need to get somebody else involved in this offense to make it work.
Correct.
3 in the backfield for Rahman. Looks to throw. Plenty of time. This one will go out to Redford. Has plenty of room in the flat. He will have a 2-yard, maybe make it a 3-yard gain as he will get to the 35. Still about half of the 3rd quarter to go in Denver. Rivalry night. They call it the Vice Wars down here between Vegas and Denver. Chris Curtis, Ramos Lynn with you in the broadcast booth. If you guys are just joining us, you've missed you only missed 1 touchdown so far. The rest have been field goals. Did miss a blocked extra point a little while ago, so that's something. As Vegas will try to move on offense, and Redford will get taken down behind the line, 2-yard loss as the defensive line gets to him.
Yeah, we've seen in Vegas right now, it's been like kind of dink and dunk, run the ball, dink and dunk. And the one time we saw Thomas Rahman throw the ball down the field was a great play by Thomas Rahman, a great throw. So I'm surprised we've not seen more of that in this game.
He'll throw here. Right to step up in the pocket, but he's going to get taken down, and he's going to lose more than 10 yards on the sack. That is a big problem. Make it 4th and 17 as Bailey Baca gets in and takes him out.
Yeah, Bailey Baca now a veteran last season with San Antonio as well. I was surprised on how good Bailey Baca was last season, stopping the run. He was really good going sideline to sideline and stopping the run. And right there with the pass rush, makes it a 4th and long. And Denver with chances of good field position with B.J. Armstrong.
Eric in chat. Tom Ramen, now soup. After that sack, B.J. Armstrong has the ball on the punt. He'll get down to the 42-yard line, and that is where Josh Miller will bring himself out and his offensive unit as they try to possibly put this game away because Vegas ain't doing much on offense right now.
Yeah, you have to think that if Denver can score a touchdown here and make it a 13-point game, you have to think that this is going to be really tough for Vegas to come back, and because the offense has not been played really good, and Denver's defense has been outstanding in this second half.
Handoff. Oh, that's a nice broken tackle. It'll be a 4-yard gain. Make it 2nd and 6 as McChesney gets up there.
McChesney trying to do like Robert Redford, and that play, just putting a defender on his back and getting good yardage for a shorter second down.
Coming into the game, Denver 2-2, Vegas 1-3. So this is a Nightwings team that has proven that they can win. And they have a tough game next week as well as they go to Mexico City to play your Aztecs, Ramos, and so you get a good preview of what these guys can do.
Yeah, obviously this is a team that has a coach in Max Jackson who did a terrific job last season with the San Francisco Sharks. We know and we've seen how they like to run the football with Robert Redford, how they have a tenacious defense, and how the player, Max Jackson, can return any kick to the house.
2-yard gain from McChesney, make it a 2nd and 7. For the Nightwings. They are in Vegas territory again, a spot where they've been most of the evening. They've been able to move the ball past the midfield stripe. They haven't been able to punch it in very well, minus the long touchdown pass to Giacomo Jones earlier.
Yeah, and this is an important game, and I will get back to it after this play occurs, but this is a very important game in the Western Conference.
Miller to throw. And wings it all the way downfield. It's caught, and that is Logan Keel, who finds it at the 23-yard line, get them just outside the red zone. They're well within field goal range.
That's a great post route right there by Logan Keel, and it seems that the safeties were playing like a cover 2, where both the safeties were outside of the hash, and there was nobody inside to stop Logan Keel from getting the reception.
And good recognition from Josh Miller, who finds that cover 2 hole right down the middle, offset eye for him here. Chesney's in the offset eye. Miller to throw. Throws short. Has a crossing pattern for his wide receiver. And that is going to be a good one for the Nightwings as they move ahead to make it 3rd and 3. 2nd and 3, sorry.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Giacomo Jones right there on the catch. And, he's the one guy who caught that touchdown. The only touchdown we had this game, if you're just joining us, it was Giacomo Jones' big catch on the opening drive of the ball game. So if we've gone 2 and something quarters without touchdowns.
Oh, that is a penalty coming. I'm not sure what they're going to call here. Maybe a clip, potentially. 50 makes a stop.
Probably a clip or a hold. Yeah.
Hold.
Yep.
Okay. Well, offensive holding against the Nightwings, so bring them back a little bit more. They're still in field goal range by quite a bit, as it's a 43-yarder from here. But that brings them back to a 2nd and 13, so it's a major hold of 10 yards.
Yeah, that's the big guard, Luke Jacobs at 6'5", 320 pounds, grabbing. I'm not sure how you have to hold when you're 320 pounds, but he did.
Miller over the middle. That's a big catch. Just short of the first down, make it 3rd and 1. And that is the back. That's the fullback, actually, Kiyuki, who makes that play happen.
That's a beautiful throw by Aoki right there on the down the field to make it a 3rd and 1. We've seen this season, Curtis, more than any other season. We've seen fullbacks going down the field and make catches. We've seen the Alaska fullbacks. We've seen it from few teams in the league, and it's been successful.
Miller to throw. Has a crossing pattern for a first down. That's a good one for Logan Keel. Keel's been good. 5 catches, 44 yards in this game. He has his 2nd catch of the second half, and he gets them even closer and a new set of downs to work with. 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Logan Keel has been instrumental this drive to keep the chains moving. Obviously, he had that big post route and now has the first and goal for Denver. So let's see if they can score.
Third quarter in the books, 12-6 Nightwings. Looks like a baseball score, not a football score. We'll see if we get the fourth quarter moving offensively better. Be back right after these messages. SFL on Twitch.
Here at MediaTek, our goal is to create a well-rounded media professional. MediaTek is a place where you can turn dreams into reality. Our comprehensive recording arts, digital film, animation, mobile apps, and web development courses are focused on being very hands-on. We are a career-focused school. Our instructors are not only great teachers, they are also working professionals with real-world experience. MediaTek, come see what your future holds.
APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Back in the Mile High City, Rivalry Night is brought to you by APM Music, Show Business Studios, MediaTek Institute, Richards Printworks, ScoreStream, and Spygo. The Vice Wars, Nightwings, and Fury playing to a 12-6 score through 3 quarters of play. Chris Curtis Ramos Lynn with you as Twilight sets over the Mile High City. About to get going again as you see there Logan Keel lining up on the field. He's at the top or bottom of your screen, sorry. Giacomo's at the top of your screen as they're just 9 yards away from the end zone. Handoff through the middle. Chance for McChesney, and he'll get closer, but he will not quite get there to the 5-yard line. He goes 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, as I was saying, this is a big game in the Western Conference, Curtis. You know, Alaska going 5-0. We saw Mexico City, my team, earlier today, going to 3-1. We have Sioux Falls in 3-2. So obviously, none of these teams wants to, fall behind 500.
Handoff, McChesney trying to push his way forward again, and it's a big stop. 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. Fury trying to make a huge stop happen, and if they can do it, then they will be in business trying to keep this one at it's still going to be a 2-possession game if they hit the field goal, so they still need to try to keep it to minimal damage if at all possible.
Right. Watch out to the left, Curtis. Let's see if they can throw the ball to McChesney on the left.
That is where the ball may go. He's going to try it. Needs to break this tackle, and he cannot. To the 8-yard line, a loss of 2. And that is going to create a 4th and goal situation, and the Nightwings will have to kick the field goal and take the points to make it a 9-point lead if they can make it.
And I think that play had a lot of potential. However, it was just thrown way too late. Probably it should have been thrown like 2 seconds earlier, and probably Jared McChesney would have had the score.
From the left hash. 24-yard attempt is up and on the way, and it is good right down Main Street. 15-6, Nightwings over the Fury. Fury are going to get the ball back. We'll see what they can do with it as they start this 4th quarter. Sounding like a broken record, but they have to unleash the ramen. They have yet to do so in this game, and we laugh, but that's exactly what they have to do.
Yeah. They really do. You know, this is now a 2% possession game. Now this is a 9-point game. So now they really do need to score in this drive.
And Max Jackson going to bring it back to the 27-yard line. They'll say the 28 officially. That's where the Fury will start this drive off. We've got a lot of Robert Redford in this game. We have not seen a lot of the passing game. They have very capable wide receivers as well in John Blades and Brett Funk. Funk has a few catches in this game they have yet to really show off their ability with long throws and testing the coverage. So we'll see if they do that here. Chance for Redford. Only a blocking. He's going to cut through one tackle, then he's going to cut through two. He's got a first down. Great run, Robert Redford. He moves the chains.
Yeah, really great run right there by Robert Redford, breaking 2 tackles. That could have been even a loss of yardage, but great job by Robert Redford, just going to the inside, picking up his blocks, and breaking a couple tackles to get a first down.
BJ Armstrong with the joke of the night so far. Does unleashing the ramen include the seasoning packs, or is that extra? I like it.
Hopefully for Vegas it includes it, because you need a little bit spicy. You need a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, chance for
Yes.
Redford, and he's going to get double team tackled down at the 33-yard line. Or 37-yard line, sorry. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 12, sorry.
And I'm surprised, yeah. And I'm surprised right now, Vegas is going into this tight formations. You have Brent Fong picked up in the second round, 39th pick in this draft. He's 6'3", 225. And then they have John Blades pick up in the 23rd overall.
And off to Redford, and he's going to get taken down just at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12 once more. Linebackers get to him, and it's another 3rd and long situation for Vegas.
Yeah, as I was saying, John Blades picked up in that's a 23rd pick, a rookie, 6'4", 225. And, when we look at the Denver defenders, the Denver defensive backs, they're big. However, I'm not sure why they're not throwing the ball a little bit more.
Well, we'll see an obvious throw here. Pump fake, thrown, right side, lot of open room, and that is indeed a catch inside of Denver territory. They move the sticks very well. It is John Blades.
About time, John Blades. Yeah, that's Chris Knight. That's correct. Number 10, running a corner route, and nobody went with him. He was wide open. Nobody went with him, and a big first down. And I think that you have to throw the ball a little bit high, Curtis. Against these defenders. BJ Armstrong is about 5'11", 190 pounds. So against the 6'4" receivers, probably you can throw the ball high.
Chance for Rahman, short, tipped, and incomplete. Good coverage. Coverage nearly got there to make that play happen, and it is 2nd and 10, but they are inside of the Las Vegas, or inside of the Denver zone.
Yes, and I want to see Thomas Rahman throw the ball to his receivers deep. Right now, I think he has shown in the past couple plays that he has an arm, but again, they're in the tight formation.
Split backs. There's 3 back there. Hand off to Redford, and he'll get a couple back. That is a 5-yard gain for him. Still just under 5 yards a carry, 4.5 just about for him. He's been the main focal point of this Las Vegas strategy for on offense.
Yeah, now this is a very tricky situation, Curtis, because obviously you want to get the first down, but the worst thing that can happen here for Thomas Rahman is get sacked. Right now you're in field goal range. You don't want to get sacked.
Thrown short, crossing pattern does make it work. That is a first down for the Fury. That is John Blades there on that cross, and it's a 1st and 10, and they're in field goal range.
Yeah, the big receiver John Blades running across, picked up again in the 2nd round of this previous SFL draft, and doing a great connection here with the rookie Thomas Rahman. And let's see what Fury can do right now. They have quite some draft going on.
Mr. Noodles has the ball, hands it off to Robert Redford in the flat. I say hand off, it was a thrown off into the flat. It'll be a 2-yard gain, make it 2nd and 8 as they inch closer.
With the ball at 22 right now, obviously you're in field goal range, and if you can put in John Blades here in 1-on-1 situation, probably you can score a touchdown here. It's been the situation where Denver is kind of putting a lot of people in the box. So probably you can throw the ball deep and surprise.
That's going to be a Redford run right into the defensive wall that is made by the Nightwings. 3rd and 8 upcoming. Big stop by the defensive line.
That's a big stop by the defensive line. And let's see what Thomas Rahman can do in a big 3rd and long. It's been the situation where you need to get the 8 yards, but at the same time, I'm not sure if you have enough plays in your playbook to have, 10, 12-yard passes.
3rd and 8. They got to make something happen. Over the middle, tipped and nearly intercepted. That probably would have been brought back to the house. Nicholas Warner jumped that route, and he is kicking himself at that opportunity.
Yeah, he is, but that's a beautiful defense right there. You know, Nicholas Warner in the box right there in a very good athletic play to knock it down and force a field goal here for Vegas. Now, if you scored a field goal here for Vegas, it's not time for an onside kick or anything. It's just have to kick the ball deep, play some defense.
It'll be a 6-point game if Matt Rage makes this. A 39-yard attempt from the right hash is up, and it is right down the middle. They'll say 38 yards. Either way, it's 3 points, and the Vegas Fury now have to play some defense. They have to get a stop out of the Nightwings. If the Nightwings score here, it's going to be very difficult for the Fury to come back again.
Definitely, and now you have B.J. Armstrong here in kick returning. So if you're Vegas, you want to kick the ball deep and hustle fast to number 38
Be careful.
To make a stop, because this guy can return anything at any time.
Be careful. We got a couple of very dynamic returners on each side for both teams. As Armstrong's going to get it at the 8-yard line, has it 20 to 25, and he'll get taken down at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Miller as he comes back out on the field, as he's going to try to burn some time off this clock in a 6-point game in the 4th quarter. We've already played half of the 4th.
If I'm Denver, I'm just giving the ball right now to Jerry McChesney. I mean, I think in this situation where you are at home, you have right now to take time off the clock here in the 4th quarter, get a few first downs, and just control this game.
And off to McChesney indeed. He breaks through 1 tackle, can't break through 3. And it'll be 2nd and 10 as he moves absolutely nowhere.
That's defensive backs right there. You know, if I'm Vegas, you know, because, you know, they might run the football, I think if you're Vegas, you can put it as safety in the box and try to stifle that run. In that situation was Merrick Kaitera, the corner at 6'3", 225 pounds. He's a big corner. Played for San Francisco last season, making the stop.
Offside I formation. Miller to throw, gets it to the outside to McChesney. Big spin move on 1, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, make it 3rd and 11. Good D so far by Vegas, not letting McChesney get anywhere, which is super important at this point of the game.
It truly is. You know, here Jared McChesney, the rookie, trying to make something fancy, and he really did not have an opportunity. You know, there were no blockers in front of him, and trying to make something out of nothing. And now in a 3rd and long, let's see if Fats Johnson can make his pretzels fell here.
Take a look at Jack Burton, too. He came up to make a play. Thrown over the middle. That's a catch. Miller finds his man, and that is a 1st down for Denver as they move the chains closer to midfield.
Great poise right there by Josh Miller. And this is something that we saw last season. Josh Miller, you know, and the stage is not too big for him. And here under center, just delivers a perfect strike, and Anthony Wyatt was not there fast enough.
That was Ken Maccaro with the catch, his 3rd of the ball game. Giacomo Jones lined up at the top of your screen. Logan Keel at the bottom of your screen. Offset I formation for Denver. Handoff through the middle. That is going to be a run right through, but not past the defensive wall put up by Las Vegas. It'll be a 2-yard gain for McChesney.
Yep, on that one, Levon Irvine, 6'2", 245 pounds, big linebacker, coming from Sioux Falls. You know, he was one of the linebackers who probably built the best linebacking core of last season with the Sparrows.
Just over 3 minutes left in regulation. Handoff. McChesney can't break the tackle. What a tackle by, I believe that was Johnson again. Yes, it was Fats making the play happen. It's 3rd down. Yeah,
Fats Johnson, you know, speaking about players who made a great impact last season. Fats Johnson last season with Tallahassee was incredible. You know, you had Hunter Norwood, you had all those guys, but Fats Johnson was probably the guy who last season impressed me the most.
3 at the bottom, 1 at the top for Denver. They're going to chew tons more clock out of this. Handoff McChesney has a block, going to try to run through the middle. He'll get to midfield and no farther In fact, he'll get stopped on the midfield stripe. The clock continues to move with 2:21 to go, and the punter will probably bring us to the 2-minute warning and give Vegas basically one shot to make something happen.
Yep. Let's see if Mike Jackson can do something here.
He'd be the one to do it. Impact player in an impact situation, but they'll bring it down to the 2-minute warning first. 120 seconds left in regulation. 15-9, the Nightwings over the Fury. This is Rivalry Night. It's Vice Wars on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Punter ready to go. Lined up on his own 35-yard line. It's a good snap. Good kick as well. And that's going to get all the way down to the 15. It is Max Jackson who's going to get down to the 23-yard line. So he's got a little bit of return room there. Get them out of the shadow of their own end zone at least. And this is the task in front of them. The Fury got to move it at this point 77 yards. And if they don't, they lose this game. It's as simple as that at this point.
That's it. And this is the time. This is the time to spread these playbook for Thomas Rahman. Third pick in the draft, 6'5", 240 pounds, franchise quarterback. You have to throw the ball. Put the game on his shoulders.
And he's got it on his shoulders. Here it's caught! And that's going to be a long one for Blades. And he's going to get down inside the 40-yard line to the 37. And Vegas is going to call a timeout. What a throw on first down.
And where was this all game long, Curtis? Because, I'm telling you, he has an arm. He has the pocket presence, and he puts the ball up there. And this is what I was telling you. It's John Blades, 6'4", against the 5'10" B.J. Armstrong. And B.J. Armstrong's a great corner, but when you put the ball in that place, in that spot, it's really, really tough, regardless of your size of the corner, to make a deflection. Sorry.
Bit of a wobbler all the way to him as well. Blades with really good focus. Offside eye formation for Vegas.
Deep post.
Looking deep. Corner caught to the 10-yard line. And that is going to find Brett Funk on the other side. And the Vegas Fury are knocking on the door to possibly taking the lead.
And I don't understand right there the defensive play right there, Curtis. Everybody was like 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. There was nobody deep. They were probably expecting a run by Redford or something. But, this is a beautiful drive here for Vegas. It's very impressive.
I love the Tony Romo impression calling the deep post before it happened. That's a run through the middle for Redford. End zone! Touchdown, Vegas! No way! It takes them 3 plays to move 77 yards, and they take the game to a tie, and the extra point pending to give them the lead.
Again, where was this all game? Obviously Redford got the ball a lot this game, and they were now expecting another throw. Denver did, and Redford gets in the paint. Now with the extra point pending, and this is what I was telling you, Curtis, at the beginning of this broadcast, when Denver missed that extra point.
Yeah.
In this type of games, this is extremely costly, and now this could be the difference, and now this could be the reason why Vegas might go to 2-3 in the season.
It's all on the foot at the moment of Matt Rage. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through to give Vegas their first lead of the night with a minute to go in the football game, and now the fortunes have reversed. The Nightwings have the game on their shoulders with one shot. One opportunity, and I'll let chat finish the rest to make this a game. But that extra point earlier is the difference at this point. You've got to put that on the special teams unit for Denver.
Yeah, you have, and now you have to redeem yourself as a special teams coordinator. Let's see what B.J. Armstrong can do.
And that's going to be B.J. getting it out to the 31-yard line. Josh Miller back out on the field. He's got Giacomo Jones at his disposal. He's got Logan Keel, who's been very good at his disposal. He's got Ken Maccaro at his disposal. Maccaro's only had 3 catches and really hasn't been the main focus for this Denver offense. But Chesney's out of the picture at this point. You really can't rely on him when you need to move about what ends up being 69 yards to get the touchdown. In the gun, Miller to throw. Thrown to the outside towards the sideline, that is caught and breaks a tackle, but gets to the sideline to stop the clock. that is a good one for Ken Maccaro.
It is, and if you're Denver, you don't have to actually score the touchdown here, Curtis. You might get to the about 30-yard line of Vegas. So this is a good start because you with a field goal, you can win the game. So now this is a good start, getting the catch, stepping out of bounds. You still have 3 timeouts, and Josh Miller here with the 2nd and 2.
Yep, Miller is in the gun. Offensive line has to stay tight. Low snap, but he's got it. Thrown over the middle. It's picked off. And that is going to be back the other way. Vegas may have done them in. It is Merrick Atera, the cornerback, who might have iced this game.
Just read that one all the way. It was just beautiful job with, scouting, beautiful job watching the tape. He knew that play was coming and just ran the route for the receiver, stepped out in front of him, and Josh Miller just didn't see him. The pressure got to him as well. And an easy interception from Merrick Atera. Now, Denver has 3 timeouts. This is not over yet.
Not over just yet. It's close. Give it to Robert Redford, who can ice the game with 1 first down. He will get it a couple yards forward, 3-yard gain. Timeout taken, 51 seconds on the clock. He needs a couple runs like that, and you'll have this game in the bag.
Yeah, and you have to think that, Vegas might kind of want a surprise here. Probably, like a play action and a throw. We've seen how John Blade's last drive was able to just catch balls at will, so we might see a throw here, Curtis. Not sure. Hand
off to Redford. He'll get taken down, and Denver's going to call a timeout. That's a big, big stop on 2nd down. They'll lose 2 yards on 3rd and 9, and the game is going to be on Rahman's shoulders. You got to throw here, you would think, unless they want to give the ball back to Denver.
See, looking at how good this defense has played for Vegas in this second half, you might want to run the ball and see if you can get in field goal range. But, this is very, very tough to decide.
Rahman will throw, and it will be tipped and incomplete. That was actually going to be Barrs, the defensive lineman, who got to him. And the arm motion was going forward. Ball gets knocked out. It's an incomplete pass, and Denver will have to punt it away. Vegas will have to punt it away and give Denver one more shot.
Yeah, with a 54-yarder, it seems that you are against the wind, so you will punt here. And now Denver has 1 timeout left. They will have about 35 seconds or so. So, Giacomo Jones is a deep threat receiver. This is not over. This is the opportunity for Josh Miller to redeem himself.
That was nearly blocked and would have been monstrous. That's going to bounce and get taken in at the 4-yard line. So they got to move 96 yards in, hang on, wait for it, 35 seconds. This is going to be difficult for Denver to pull off. If they can do it, this stadium will probably explode.
Yeah, it really would. And, again, 96 yards. Even if you throw the ball and you get tackled before you get the touchdown, probably it's a better thing because you can then run out the clock and kick a field goal. And obviously getting ahead of myself, but, this is Giacomo Jones.
Wait,
I don't know why they're running.
Why are you running there? They lose 2 yards on it, nearly ended up with a safety. The clock is going to continue to run. They're going to run again. What?
Oh, boy.
What is happening?
That's a safety.
To Denver? That's a safety. The Fury are going to get 2 points out of it and get the ball back. I don't understand this at all. It's a 3-point deficit now. Vegas is going to win the football game, barring something insane happening. That's the weirdest play selection I've ever seen in SFL history. I don't get it. What happened to Denver and Jeremy Vega on that particular sequence? This will be a run back to the 45, the 50, to the 49 is what they'll say, but the Nightwings gave away this football game.
Yeah, they did. And it sucks for Denver, obviously, to have a game like this. You played very well. To have the game end up like this is just so unfortunate, heartbreaking, but I don't know. I understand you want a surprise. I understand, the surprise, but you don't run the ball up the gut when you're at your own 4-yard line. Yeah, twice. You just don't.
Victory formation, especially in a no huddle. Like, why would you go no huddle if you're just going to run it twice?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand. I don't understand what just happened. Vegas is going to win the football game. And
Probably they had the Kyrie Irving right there playing at quarterback and thought they had the lead.
No, that was J.R. Smith.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
J.R. Smith. My bad.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they had the lead.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, it was so weird and feel bad for Denver.
Yeah, myself as well. That's super unfortunate in a very awkward way to end this football game. But the game will indeed end. The Nightwings are going to go down 18-15 to a very obscure sequence of play calls at the very end of this game.
Yep.
Fury are going to move to 2-3. Nightwings to 2-3 as well. And the Western Conference gets tighter as the Fury earn a win on the road in comeback fashion. You moving 77 yards in 3 plays. That was massive as we go to Ramos for the postgame.
Yeah, you have to give it up to Thomas Raman with that last drive, who won the game for them. Obviously, that was the situation where you said, Curtis, you have to unleash the Raman. You have to just make him win the game, and he did just that. And he was drafted so high in this draft, 3rd overall pick. And when you draft a guy so high, you want him to do this type of things, and he did. He came to the occasion. He was late in the game. It was the whole game of just dinking and dunking, but when it mattered the most, he just proved everything.
With that said, Denver moving to 2-3. They've traveled to the Great White North in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, next week in to face off against the Legion. The Fury go down south to have a date with the Mexico City Aztecs, the Season 9 SFL champions, and Ramos will be there. I know you guys will be as well. So the Fury moved to 2-3, yep. The Nightwings to 2-3. That is going to do it from the Mile High City for Rivalry Night. Vice Wars Round 1 goes to Las Vegas 18-15. And this has been a presentation of the SFL Network on Twitch, presented by APM Music. For more information, head over to simulationfl.net. For Ramos Lynn and everybody here at SFL Studios, I'm Chris Curtis saying good night and goodbye from Denver. We'll see you tomorrow night for Fan Night here on Twitch. Have a good night.
Thank you.